First off, I'd like to thank the YouTube user that has his real name set to Benghazi for showing me the website that has the instruction manuals and service manuals for these players and such, and all kinds of hi-fi equipment. I believe it's called hi-fiengine.com. I'll have to look it up and be sure, but I'll put a link to it in the bottom of this video. Alright, I don't know why, but in the last video I made an assumption that there was none of the old recorded material still left on this tape, but I was wrong. So please forgive me. I'm new to these machines, and I'll show you what's going on with the AE side B, if I can get it to play. Flip that switch and you hear the content going backwards. Flip that switch and you hear the content going in the correct direction. Alright, now I've got the tape rewound and rethreaded, and I've got my iPod hooked up. I'll show you just what it did to what I do to get this to record. First off, I start the machine. I probably don't have something on there right, but
he was some mother's darling, he was some mother's son. Once he was fair and once he was young. Some mother rocked him, her darling to sleep, but left him to die like a tramp on the street. Only a tramp, he who laid down at
I don't think it's doing it right.
he begged for the crumb.
Could be wrong though.
Dead on the street. He was some mother's darling, he was some mother's son. Once he was fair and once he was young.
Let's stop it there. See what I get when I play this. So there's the old content backwards.
He was young.
strange. When I flipped these monitor switches, I heard some sort of garbled mess at one time. I believe y'all heard it with me. Something I wish these machines had, or at least this one, was a switch that would unactivate the brakes so I can move the tape backwards a little bit by hand if I needed to and thread it easier. Of course, it moves easy in this direction, but just my thoughts on that. I'm going to try that recording again. We'll start off with the same song as we had the last time. This is about where I was at when I started.
Some mother's darling, he was some mother's son. Once he was.
Now let's see what happens when I flip these switches. Alright, that's one off and one on. That's the slight delay that I would expect.
Only a drown was Lazarus that lay.
That would drive you nuts.
He lay down at the rich man's gate. He begged for the crown.
What it is, I have one switch in monitor mode and one switch in source mode, and the source mode is directly what's coming off the iPod. Monitor mode is I guess maybe the record head is over here and the play head is over here, and it's playing what's just been recently recorded. So if we switch it into that mode, we have full tape play as we're recording. Which is a cool feature in case you're experiencing problems with your tape, in case it's like it's very lossy or something, that you can start a new tape or whatever.
Calvary's tree shed his life's blood for you and for me. They pierced his side, his hands and his feet. They left him to die like a tramp on the street. He was Mary's own darling. He was God's chosen son. Once he was parent. Once he was.
So for now, I believe I'll commence recording on this side of the tape and come back later and show y'all what I got. I just noticed something. I recorded the other side A of this tape in the high speed, and I'm recording side B on the low speed. Oh well. They just seem to be clipping the highs a little bit.
been looking for a place to call home, but I failed here to find it, so I must travel on. I don't care for fine mansions, all their sinking sand.
Still a decent recording to my ears.
Lord, build me just a cabin in the corner of Florida, in the shade of the tree of life that it may never stand, where I can just hear the angels sing and shake Jesus' hand. Lord, build me a cabin in the corner of Florida land. How many dear loved ones have gone on this way? On the great final morning, shall I hear them all say, I'm joining our singing and playing our band. Lord, build me a cabin in the corner of glory land. Lord, build me just a cabin in the corner of glory land, in the shade of the tree of life that it may ever stand, where I can just hear the angels sing and shake Jesus' hand. Lord, build me a cabin in the corner of glory land.
I've got this reel held on the same way that I had this one with that white tape that I showed you earlier. Double stick foam tape.
Passing by a country church, wonderful crowd was there. I stopped and pondered for a while, wondered if my Lord was there. Cause I didn't hear nobody pray, didn't hear nobody pray. Way down yonder by myself and I didn't hear nobody pray. Cause I didn't hear nobody pray, didn't hear nobody pray. Way down yonder by myself and I didn't hear nobody pray.
I'll be honest, there's other songs on here that I like better than this one, but I'm just going to let it go.
Want to see the smile leave their face, just pass the hat around. Cause I didn't hear nobody pray, didn't hear nobody pray. Way down yonder by myself and I didn't hear nobody pray. Cause I didn't hear nobody pray, didn't hear nobody pray. Way down yonder by myself and I didn't hear nobody pray. Some people just won't kneel down, pray they'll soil their clothes. What's gonna happen to those kind of people, the good Lord only knows. Cause I didn't hear nobody pray, didn't hear nobody pray. Way down yonder by myself and I didn't hear nobody pray. Cause I didn't hear nobody pray, didn't hear nobody pray. Way down yonder by myself and I didn't hear nobody pray. All-day singings with dinner on the ground. If you want to see the smile leave the face, just pass the hat around. Cause I didn't hear nobody pray, didn't hear nobody pray.
I guess we could play around with the bias and EQ controls and see what we get.
I didn't hear nobody pray, didn't hear nobody pray. Way down yonder by myself and I didn't hear nobody pray. While I was singing, somebody touched me. While I was singing, somebody touched me. While I was singing, somebody touched me. Must have been the hand of my Lord. Glory, glory, somebody touched me. Glory, glory, glory.
I think that one clips even more of the highs.
Glory, glory, somebody touched me. Must have been the hand of my Lord. While I was praying, somebody
I think I recorded the other side in the high speed. I could be wrong once I check.
While I was preaching, somebody touched me. While I was preaching, somebody touched me. Put me in the hand of my Lord. Glory, 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 somebody touched me. Glory, 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 somebody touched me. Glory, 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 somebody touched me. Put me in the hand of my Lord. Well, I got a home on the other shore of the Lamont. Thank God I'll live there forevermore. Lamont. Thank God there's heaven and ringing and the soul set free. Lamont. Now, Sister Mary wears a golden chain. Lamont. And every link in Jesus' name. Lamont. Thank God there's ringing in the soul set free. Lamont. Oh, Satan wears a hypocrite shoe. If you don't watch out, he'll slip on you. Thank God there's heaven in the ring and the soul set free. Lamont. Thank God there's heaven in the ring and the soul set free. Don't you hear Jerusalem? Pendulum forgiven, my name was at the top, and many things below. But I went to the keeper and said, oh, long ago, I settled it all. Yes, the old account was settled long ago, and the record's clear today, for he washed my sins away when the old account was settled long ago. Tried to pay, but when I looked ahead and saw such pain and woe, I said that I would settle, and settle long ago. Now I knew long ago I settled it all. Yes, the old account was settled long ago. Hallelujah. And the record's there today, for he washed my sins away when the old account was settled long ago. Sins away when the old account was settled long ago. Now everybody,
well, this album runs just shy of a half hour. I'm curious to see if we're going to have to take you can see where I've had to splice it. The splices weren't that good.
Everybody will be back, we'll be happy over shouting and singing praises. Everybody will be happy over there. Mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers will be singing around the throne in the land where no one ever knows a care. And the Christians of all ages will join in the triumph song. Everybody will be happy over there. Everybody will be happy. We'll be happy. We'll be happy over there. We will shout and we'll shout and sing the praises. Everybody will be happy over there. Everybody will be happy. We'll be happy. We'll be happy over there. We will shout and we'll shout and sing His praises. Everybody will be happy over there.
Let's pause this for a second and see how much longer we go. When I look up something else that I want to record into it.
If you're in the battle for the Lord and right, keep on the fire in mind. If you win, my brother, surely you must fight. Keep on the fire in mind. There are many dangers that we all must face if we die fighting.
I doubt there's that many highs that clip off this one because this is an old tape recording.
Keep on the fire in mind. Oh, you must fight. Be brave and slowly move. Never run nor even lay behind.
Still somewhere.
If you was win for God and the right, just keep on the fire in line. God will only use a soldier He can trust. Keep on the fire in line. If you wear a crown and bear the cross, you must keep on the fire in line. Life is but the labor for the master, dear. Have to banish evil and to spread good cheer. Great to be rewarded for your service, share. So,
Hello.
oh, be brave against all evil. Never run
He's
nor
driven up
even
on
lay
my
behind.
splices.
If you would win for God and the right, just keep on the fire in line. When we get to heaven, brother, we'll be glad. Keep on the fire in line. I will praise the Savior for the call we had. Keep on the fire in line. When we see the souls that we have had to win, leading them to Jesus from the path of sin. With a shout of welcome we will all march in. So keep on the fire in line. Oh, you must fight, be brave against all evil. Never run nor even lay behind. If you would win for God and the right, just keep on the fire in line. Oh, you must fight, be brave against all evil. Never run nor even lay behind. If you would win for God and the right, just keep on the fire in the line.
That will have enough for this next song, but we'll see.
I was listening
to the radio station over the sea.
to the heavenly
To the heavenly
choir,
choir, sing sweet and low, sing sweet and low.
and it seemed that I heard,
And it seemed that I heard pretty voices calling just for me.
or I heard my name.
Mighty go my name on the radio.
Well, I heard my name,
Mighty call my name on the radio, radio.
and the voice I heard,
And the voice I heard was sweet and low, sweet was someone used to know and used to know.
I heard my name.
Try to call my name on the radio.
There are many different
Waiting up in the morning.
There it goes. That is all she wrote. While I'm at it, I'll show you the reason why I like threading this reel better than the other one, the Scotch reels. This is a Sony reel. It goes in like this, and you just eventually turn it around. Of course, it's not cooperating too well. And just keep on turning. I turn twice. You can turn as many times as we want to. I suggest at least twice. With this Scotch reel, I have to feed it through down here and finagle it around and hope I get it right, and then I start twisting on there like so. It's hard to do this when you keep your reels mounted on the machine. And I don't know if this will be another blooper for you or what, but we'll see. Yeah, the last time I pulled this off, it pulled that rubber thing out of the wheel there. This time it stayed in on me.